said.
You've become one of those people, Sienna.
She shifted uncomfortably.
Because I was the sick one? The baby with childhood leukemia?
She'd been in remission since she was 7, thanks to the generosity of Avery's bone marrow donation. Her dad, Robert Dare, had gone to his legitimate family, told them about his mistress and family on the side, blown their worlds and his marriage sky high, and asked the kids to be tested to save Sienna. Her mother had known about the other wife and family all along. The kids had learned when the fallout happened. Not so for Ian and his side of the family.
No, not because you were once sick,
Ian said with a definitive shake of his head.
Because you're you, and you've been nothing but good and kind to my siblings, and to me, even when I was a jerk.
His lips twitched, as much of a smile as Ian Dare gave.
So about the weekend in New York. I think you should go. It will give you good perspective on what to expect from the school, and an idea about whether you'd like living in Manhattan.
She pulled her bottom lip between her teeth.
I, let the RSVP lapse.
He rolled his broad shoulders, dismissing her concern.
And I took care of that for you. I told the school you'd be coming, and I did you one better. I called an acquaintance of mine who's going to be your escort for the weekend.
Ian? He was so presumptuous and pushy. But wasn't that why she was here? So he'd help her make decisions?
The school would have assigned you to someone anyway. This way you get someone I trust. Ethan Knight's company gives major donations to the school and to this program in particular,
he went on, ignoring her outburst.
He'll escort you to the formal the first night and give you an upscale tour of Manhattan the next day. By the time you leave, you'll have a good idea of whether the program is right for you. No pressure. And I know you'll be in good hands,
he said, sounding very pleased with himself. She sighed. She'd grown used to Ian's dominating personality. All the Dare siblings had, legitimate and illegitimate alike.
Fine, but can I get a flight to New York this late in the week?
Today was Thursday. She'd have to be there on Saturday.
The corporate jet is fueled and ready for you. Any other concerns?
Ian asked. A broad smile pulled at her lips. Now that he'd laid it out for her so simply, the weekend seemed more like an adventure than a chore or something that would make her feel coerced.
I suppose I ought to go pack.
She bounced up from her seat, suddenly eager to check out Manhattan and experience this weekend, starting with the private jet. Her father, the hotel magnate, didn't fly them that way despite his wealth. Sienna was all about new experiences. She supposed it had to do with nearly losing her life at such a young age. Although making permanent decisions about her future felt overwhelming, the easy things like changing her hair, which she knew what it was like to lose, or going to check out New York City by herself were exciting. And she was looking forward to meeting the donor who would be her escort for the weekend. Ethan Knight needed a break. Hell, after the year he'd had, he deserved one. But as luck would have it lately, shit was piling up in every way. His billion-dollar project for the Miami Thunder football stadium was a pain in the ass. The schematics for the deliverables had changed several times, and if a situation could go wrong, it did. His company, Nighttime Technology, KTT for short, supplied high-tech security for smart buildings and state-of-the-art corporate parks, and now, thanks to Ian Dare, a brand-new stadium. If they nailed this project, many more sports complexes and technology projects could come their way. Needless to say, keeping Ian Dare happy had become a full-time job. The man was as hands-on as Ethan. 2 demanding CEOs, and Ethan had to do his best to accommodate the other man, not butt heads with him.
What's up?
Sebastian, Ethan's brother, who also worked for KTT, asked.
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
Ethan strode to the window in his office overlooking Manhattan and groaned.
Try me,
his youngest brother said. Ethan shrugged.
Ian Dare's youngest sister is coming to New York this weekend. You know, the weekend scholars social that...